First of all, there's just options everywhere. There are options everywhere when you're talking about Patrick Mahomes' ability to find receivers. So great kind of little scheme here. They got I think it's 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9. Raiders are dropping zone. He's got a guy in the flat. He's got a check down over the ball, and he's got one defender that's playing the sticks. And so they basically, I mean, this is free money. This is a free first down. And they do stuff like this all the time where they'll just run off. Travis Kelce will turn around 2 yards off the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for an 8-yard gain. The other thing about Patrick is one thing we were talking about Jordan Love and where you need to go. He takes the gimmies, right? You watch this ball to where it's supposed to be so the receiver can catch it in stride, make an immediate move. I think that's Marcus Peters he beats. Get downfield for a 15-yard gain. These are the kind of plays that just they don't make mistakes on the easy stuff, right? And when you want to become an elite level team and you want to get that 3-4 extra points a game, you got to take the easies. Communication is absolutely key. They're looking at Travis Kelce up top. We got really two guys watching Kelce, and they just miss. And they both chase the slant. You got guys open wide ass downfield, and this showed up a lot in this game. We'll show a couple of them. Crossing routes gave them fits. Gave them absolute fits. Talk about the Raiders. The Chiefs lived on crossing routes this game, and you're going to see a ton. It's part of Andy Reid's offense. They'll run crossers. They'll run deep crossers. Obviously, Kelce's got this new thing where he just gets to run to wherever the spot in the zone is, but they get open, and it's just a question. Hey, he's going to put it on your chest. If you catch it, you're gonna find some success. Same idea. They got eyes on Kelce. They're doubling here. So what do the Chiefs do? They just run the over and replace. Crosser, 12-yard gain, runner against leverage. I mean, every team's doing it, right? But you have to be able to communicate it. And when the Green Bay Packers make the decision on whether or not they want to double Kelce or not, it's like, well, what's the downside? The downside is one part of the field is going to be open because they're going to run away from leverage. Whatever your leverage is, they're going to run away from it, and they're going to run into the soft spot. The other thing is you got to stick to your rules with this team. So this is actually a 2-minute drill play. They toss, reverse, flip back, throw to Kelce. 2-minute drill play can't happen. Well, why does it happen? Because your eyes get caught because Andy Reid these are like routine plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like they run, it seems like 2 or 3 of these every week. Really good, just simple stuff with Kelce here. And this is what you got to really think about when you watch these guys is just really good at reading areas and and especially with those two, their ability to anticipate is high level. Now, listen, I don't know if they do this on purpose, but if they did, this guy's got to tuck your ears in. It's a tuck your ears in moment. Tuck your ears in is from this. My best friend, we'll call him Coach. We taught him, he played for UNLV, and we taught him me and Mike Flanagan would go over there and work out, and we teach him he played defensive end outside linebacker, right? He's got like 2 sacks his junior year or whatever. So his senior year, we're like, hey, man, he starts working out with us. You're going to come and we're going to work on pass rush, and you learn how to pass rush. Like we'll teach you how to NFL guys pass rush, and, we're going to beat you up a little bit. And so he ended up having 12, 13 sacks or something like that his senior year. He got drafted and blah, 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 blah. But the thing was, every once in a while, he's real mouthy, because we're all real mouthy, I'd smack him right in the side of the head, right in the ear. And, hey, man, you got to tuck your ears in. Tuck your ears in. You see 81 here. Okey-dokes him. Looks like he's going out to block the defensive end, to keep the defensive end on the line of scrimmage. Turns around and just launches that dude. That is I don't know if they're designing it that way or they fell into it, man. Like if he had a mental error and it just looks awesome, but that was a phenomenal blocking scheme if they designed it that way. Thing about Mahomes, it's not always perfect. So they're crowding the line of scrimmage. Like they're going to miss plays too. And the question is, you put pressure in his face right here. feels heated up. He feels like he doesn't have anywhere to escape to forward. He's going to miss guys. You got dudes wide open, right? Wide open. And I think that's his boy. Sometimes he misses too. Like there are opportunities. My point is, Andy Reid gets people open on this field, right? It's just a question if you can heat up Patrick Mahomes fast enough so he doesn't really see it. Travis Kelce, he's arguably the best receiving tight end in the history of the NFL football game. Him and his brother are doing some incredible things on podcasts and ads, and they got this ad where they're arm wrestling. He's like, "You're a pretty boy." Jason does. "I'm a pretty man." And then I think of that every time I watch him block, man. He's like, "I'm a pretty man." And he walks in, and he's, "I'm going to take this B gap," and just, I mean, if one of our safeties gets the opportunity to hit him under the chin and they don't, it's like you should be summarily fired right now because that dude is going to beat the brakes off you in the receiving game. And if he's just going to walk straight up and like basically walk through the B gap and you're not going to hit him, man, get off the field. You don't belong in a uniform. Knock his block off. Big key to the game. Escape away from the line of scrimmage. When Mahomes gets to go downhill, he can throw it across the field. He could throw it 80 yards on a rope. I mean, wherever you want, he'll throw it. But when he has to run away from the line of scrimmage like this, the ball usually goes out of bounds. When he feels like he runs away from the line of scrimmage and he's running for his life and he can't turn the corner, ball's going out of bounds. This is where, or pressure equals picks. You see left guard here just gets pressed and bench pressed in, turns his shoulders early, footwork issue, but really catches with that outside hand. So 91 punches, extends here and gets Mahomes to get away. And that's how this is how you cause, this is why 2 Super Bowls ago when they were missing their tackles, they lost because he's running for his life. And that's really the only way to slow him down. We got pressure again. And you see wide open. I mean, look at all that. Andy Reid knows how to get people open now. Wide open, okay? But he can't get there. He just can't get to it. And, I mean, I'm telling you, you have to have a dominant performance in the pass rush. Because otherwise, I mean, this is stealing, guys. I'm going to show this from 2 angles because you can't. It's like this is the longest handoff. Oh, I didn't show both angles, but I'm telling you, this is the longest handoff you'll ever see. This is a 30-yard handoff. He literally puts it right over the shoulder of their linebacker, 5, and drops it right into the breadbasket. It's stealing. You got 5 wide here. And he's got 2 guys wide open. He's downhill. And it's like whatever you want. And again, the difference is he's escaping towards the line of scrimmage and not away from the line of scrimmage. 26, 24, whatever the number is, drops. If I'm a defensive back for the Green Bay Packers, man, I'm counting the drops out loud during this game. I'm starting at 25, by the way. That's 25. The first drop they have. That's 25. It's not 1. That's 25. Because these guys will still drop the ball. And listen, if you are leading the league in drops, trust me, you know. And you're thinking about it. And you might have had a redemption game last week and played well against the AFC West rival, but you still know. Check out this screen game, okay? Creed Humphrey, at the center in the screen game. They go, man, he gets a hold of this guy, and this is why he's one of the best in the game, if not the best. Just absolutely dump trucks him to get downfield. Screen game is going to be available for them. We have to identify it, and you have to identify it early, but you have to shoot your gun. You can't engage. What the linebacker does there by engaging with that center, he's saying, I'm better at doing what I'm paid to do than you are doing the only thing you're paid to do. In other words, the only thing the center's has to do is block people with 2 hands on him. Like, I want to grab you and put you somewhere that you don't want to be. That's his only job. The linebacker's got to drop, pass coverage, tackle, and then he's also got block pro. He's got 7 things. And so if you're going to run up there and do one of those deals, you're basically saying, I'm better at any one of my 7 things than you are at that one thing you're asked to do. Not smart. So Chiefs do a great job of challenging communication. This is one of the things I think that, again, the Andy Reid deal, it makes it really difficult. I showed this one earlier, and it's just when there's a singular focus on Travis Kelce. And I think maybe there won't be now because Rashee Rice had a good game. Maybe it helps your defense. But when there's a singular focus on Kelce, you're just going to get all these opportunities for these other players to get singled up. And it really is it's a difficult thing. They actually ran that play multiple times in the game, and I screwed up and didn't put the second one. I played the same one